Ladies, it's time to be real. Life will sometimes knock you down. The storms, the setbacks, the disappointments, the voices that tell you you're not enough, they can leave you feeling like your crown has slipped. But hear me loud and clear. Your crown was never removed. It may have tilted, it may feel heavy, but it still belongs to you. And I'm here to remind you to lift your head, adjust that crown, and step boldly back into the authority and beauty God placed inside of you. Hi, I'm Dr. Michelle Stevens O, your host, broadcast journalist, author, minister, and midlife powerhouse of inspiration. With faith in God and unstoppable drive, I'm here to inspire and guide you into finding your God-given purpose so you can experience the joy of knowing you are aligned with God and live the life you will love in victory. So often, we as women carry the weight of the world, family, career, relationships, and finances until we forget who we are. We start measuring ourselves against impossible standards, shrinking our light to fit into spaces we were never meant to belong in. Let me tell you, you were not created to blend in. You were created to set the standard. Your crown is custom made, and no challenge, no person, no mistake can disqualify you from wearing it. Straighten your crown is about more than confidence. It's about reclaiming your purpose. It's about looking in the mirror and declaring, I am worthy, I am capable, I am chosen. It's about refusing to let your past dictate your future and embracing the truth that God's promises over your life are still alive and powerful. Every scar you carry tells a story of survival, and every tear has watered the ground for your next harvest. So rise up. Stop apologizing for your strength. Stop apologizing for your voice, and stop apologizing for your dreams. Stop waiting for permission to walk in your power. The world is waiting for you to shine. So lean in, take a deep breath, and let's journey together into confidence, clarity, and unstoppable purpose. Let's get started. Where in your life have you been dimming your light, even though deep down you know you are meant to shine brighter? What would change if you finally gave yourself permission to walk with your head held high, unapologetically and confidently in who you are? Hi, welcome to Direction at Midlife, the podcast where I help you find clarity, confidence, courage, and purpose to create the life you truly want in this season. I'm Dr. Stevens O, and I pray that today's episode, Straighten Your Crown Queen, blesses you. I am talking about achieving your goals with confidence. So straighten your crown, Queen. This is your time. I want to tell you about a great and mighty icon, Oprah Winfrey. Oprah's rise from insecurity to billionaire status. When Oprah Winfrey first stepped onto the set of her talk show in 1986, she did not carry the air of a woman who knew she would one day change television forever. In fact, deep down, she wrestled with insecurities that often whispered she was not enough. She was a black woman in an industry dominated by white faces. She was told her skin was too dark for television. She was reminded often that her size did not fit the image of the polished, slim white women who usually held that spotlight. There were moments she felt the sting of rejection and the weight of comparison. But instead of retreating, Oprah leaned into her authenticity. She realized that what set her apart, her empathy, her honesty, and her ability to connect deeply with people, was her greatest strength. She decided that if she could not compete by the world's shallow standards, she would compete by being herself. So she showed up day after day, pouring her heart into her interviews, listening with compassion, and creating space for truth and healing. Slowly, the world began to notice. Viewers did not care about her size or her complexion. They cared about her spirit, her voice, and her ability to make them feel seen. The very things she once considered flaws became the very reason millions tuned in every day. Years later, Oprah did not just become the most influential talk show host in the world. broke barriers, built a media empire, and rose to the ranks of the world's billionaires, she became living proof that your insecurities do not define you. Your courage to move forward does. Today, when people look at Oprah, they do not see a woman who once doubted herself. They see a global icon, a billionaire, a pioneer, and a queen who refused to let fear or society's standards write her story. So many of us have spent years weighed down by fear, doubt, or the residue of old wounds. But Queen, you are still standing, and that means your story is not over. It is your time. Confidence is not something you are waiting to feel. It is something you practice step by step. Today, I am talking about stepping into your power, straightening your crown, and achieving your goals with unstoppable confidence. Ladies, life has a way of knocking that crown off your head. Disappointments, delays, setbacks, and self-doubt can make you forget who you really are. But let me remind you today, your crown was custom made by God Himself. You do not need to compare yourself to anyone else, and you do not need to shrink to fit in. This is your season to stand tall, to walk in confidence and claim the life that belongs to you. Straighten your crown and know who you are. 1 Peter 2:9 says, "But you are a chosen people, a royal priesthood." Confidence starts with identity. You are not what happened to you. You are who God says you are. When you remember your worth, you walk differently, you talk differently, and you dream differently. This is your time. Stop waiting for permission. Many women may feel they missed their chance, but your time is right now. Ruth did not find her breakthrough in her past. It came when she walked forward into her destiny. Stop waiting for perfect timing. Start moving in faith today. Achieve your goals with confidence. Write the vision down. You've heard me say in other episodes, if you are not a new listener, write the vision down. Goals without clarity remains a dream. I'm going to say that again. Goals without clarity just remain to be a dream. Break them into small steps. Celebrate progress, not perfection. None of us are perfect, but you can achieve progress and seek perfection. Surround yourself with encouragers, not doubters. Your environment feeds your faith. Remember that. You want to be around people who are going to encourage you, not those who doubt you, because you're going to always have non-believers, but that's not who you want to surround yourself with. Guard your crown. Protect your confidence. Your confidence will be tested through rejection, fear, and even your own inner critic. You know, we can be our own worst critics. Remember the Joseph story. What others meant for evil, God turned it into good. Genesis 50:20. When others are working against you, believe me, God is working it in your favor. God is preparing a table before you in the presence of your enemies. So go ahead and smile. Even when it hurts, the pain does not last forever, but your joy will. Guard your mind with affirmation, prayer, and scripture, because the enemy attacks your identity first. Okay, ladies, this is where you get those journals out. Here's where I give you 7 powerful steps you can take right now to begin breaking the silence, allowing healing to take place, and living free and happy no matter what you have been through. My first step, lift your head, acknowledge your worth. I'm going to say that again. Lift your head and acknowledge your worth. The first step in deciding you are worthy, say it out loud. I am a queen. I deserve peace, purpose, and joy. Confidence begins with the posture of knowing your value. Step 2, confront and release fear. Fear will always try to whisper, you can't. But here is the truth. You can and you will. Write down your fears, pray over them, and release them. Because we all have fears. Every time I get ready to speak or have been invited to speak publicly, I have this fear. But you have to walk past your fear. Work in your fear. You cannot carry your own crown and fear at the same time. Do you hear me? You cannot carry your crown and fear at the same time. Be brave. Step 3, create a clear vision. Confidence grows when you know where you are going. Write down the vision for your life in this season. Be specific. Give yourself direction, and your confidence will rise as you see the path ahead. When you begin to accomplish steps that's in your goal, that's in your vision, confidence grows. Start working on those goals. Set those 30, 60, 90-day goals and watch what happens when you start working on them. It is very important you get an accountability partner, someone who can hold you accountable. Also, set those goals, 30, 60-day, 90-day goals. It is so important. And when you achieve a goal, write it off. If you don't achieve your goals within the first 30 days, move them over to the next 60 days. Start over again. Keep focused, keep going. Step 4, take small, consistent steps. Consistency builds momentum. Waiting for the perfect moment will paralyze you. Start small. One phone call, one journal entry, one step outside of your comfort zone keeps you moving. Momentum builds confidence. Remember that. Momentum builds confidence. As long as you keep moving forward and you keep achieving those goals, you will become more and more confident in your vision, in your dreams, and in yourself. Step 5, surround yourself with kingdom-minded support. Queens, do not walk alone. Build a circle of encouragers, mentors, and sisters who remind you of your worth and hold you accountable to your goals. Send me an email at forus, FORUS, at direction@midlife.us, and I will gladly be your accountability partner. Step 6, speak life over yourself daily. Your words shape your world. Begin each day with affirmations and scripture that remind you of who you are. Replace doubt with declarations. I am strong, I am capable, I am confident. Psalms 45:1 says, my tongue is the pen of a ready writer. Step 7, celebrate your growth. I often say, celebrate yourself. Too often, we rush past progress. Pause and celebrate how far you have come, even in the smallest things. Every victory is a sign that you are walking in confidence. Every victory is a sign that you are doing exactly what you are supposed to be doing. Ladies, it's time to straighten your crown. No more shrinking back. No more letting fear, trauma, or doubt keep you bowed down. This is your season to walk tall, achieve your goals, and live with confidence. Remember, you do not need permission to rise. You already carry the crown. You just need to wear it boldly. Keep your crown straight, your faith strong, and your heart open. Ladies, your crown was never meant to collect dust on a shelf. Straighten it, wear it with confidence, and walk like you own the ground beneath your feet. It is not about fitting in. It is about setting the standard. This is your time to rise, to pursue your goals boldly, and to shine with the brilliance God placed inside you. Remember, your growth speaks louder than any words ever could. If you are ready to take the next step toward clarity, healing, and confidence, connect with me at direction@midlife.us. Also, please join the Facebook group, a community of women discovering their passions and purpose in midlife. Queens, straighten your crown. It's your time. Please make sure you follow me at Direction@Midlife on Apple Podcasts, so you never miss an episode. And if you need a community to belong to and that understands where you are, please join the Facebook group, a community of women discovering their passions and purpose in midlife. We are walking this journey together. If this message spoke to you, do not keep it to yourself. Please share it with another queen who needs encouragement and who needs to be reminded of her worth. Remember, I would love to hear your thoughts. Please share them in our Facebook group, a community of women discovering their passions and purpose in midlife. And do not forget to leave a review on Apple Podcast. On the next episode of Direction at Midlife, I will be discussing Second Wind, building a new life with meaning, practical ways to cultivate happiness, meaning, and satisfaction. A must-listen-to podcast show you don't want to miss. Hey girl, hey! Thank you for listening to Direction at Midlife. This is your reminder. Your dreams are waiting, and now is the perfect time to chase them. Believe in your power, embrace the possibilities, and step boldly into your next chapter. If this show has blessed you, show me love. Please leave me a written review on Apple Podcasts and follow me. Take a screenshot and post it on your Instagram. Shout me out on your Facebook and share it with your friends. Please tag me at Direction at Midlife, and I will share your review, and together we can uplift and inspire each other. Remember, I'm Dr. Stevens O. Your journey is yours to own, and I'll be here cheering you on every step of the way.